Channel message.
The most calculated form of betrayal does not always come from an enemy you see coming. Sometimes it comes from the man holding your hand while he leads you into an ambush. It is a predatory guidance. He's not showing you a future. He's installing you into a pre-existing architecture of dysfunction. This is not a sudden fall from grace. It is a slow, deliberate walk into a cage that has been decorated to look like a home. You understand? The danger is camouflaged by the very milestones you were taught to desire. It looks like meeting the family, getting the key, moving in, having the baby, being invited to the dinner, joining the business, entering the inner circle, being chosen enough to be brought closer, right? You think access means intimacy. You think inclusion means acceptance. You think being introduced means you are being honored. Meanwhile, you are being placed inside a system that already has rules, roles, punishments, favorites, secrets, alliances, and scapegoats. You are not being loved. You are being assimilated. The first signs rarely announce themselves. They don't appear to be dangerous, right? They come through the small discomforts you are pressured to ignore. The comment that lands wrong. The look that feels loaded. A joke that's not really a joke. A boundary crossed just far enough to test your reaction, right? A family member who disrespects you while everybody watches. And they're watching to see your reaction, to see if you would swallow it and stay in your place. Then comes the phrase that keeps people trapped. That's just how they are. If I had $1 for every time I heard that. It's not an explanation. It's called conditioning, right? That phrase trains you to accept dysfunction. Disrespect as personality. Cruelty as culture, and emotional neglect as loyalty, right? It teaches you to adjust to harm instead of questioning why harm has a permanent seat at the table. Do you understand? The man who brought you there may act like he's caught in the middle, but he's not always caught. Sometimes he is comfortable. He knows who lies. He knows who provokes. He knows who humiliates. He knows who controls the room with money, guilt, silence, religion, rage, family image, or emotional punishment, right? He knew the house had rules before you arrived. He knew the exits. He knew the history. He knew what happened to the last person who refused to play along. He just did not tell you, or he did not tell you early enough for you to make a clean decision. That is where the betrayal becomes structural, right? He does not have to strike the match himself when he already walked you into a room full of people holding gasoline. He does not have to be the loudest abuser when he benefits from the system that keeps you confused, quiet, defensive, and trapped. This is how the trap secures itself, right? You are acclimated in increments. One uncomfortable moment, right? One excuse, one apology, one you're overthinking it, one don't make this bigger issue than it is. Another, that's how my family is. Or I just want peace. I don't want to get in the middle. That's none of my business. The other, why you can't just let it go? My God. By the time the truth is finally explained, it is not really an explanation anymore, right? It's terms of your surrender. Now you are expected to tolerate what they already normalized. You are expected to forgive what nobody corrected. You are expected to respect people who never respected you. You are expected to protect a family image, relationship image, business image, or community image that was built on your silence. That is how the trap flips. First they bring you in, right? Then they test what you will tolerate. Then they study your reactions. Then they punish you for reacting. Then they use your reaction as evidence that you are the problem. The end result is not just heartbreak. It is entanglement. You end up tied to children, contracts, debt, family, conflict, housing, business, legal problems, public humiliation, spiritual exhaustion, and a nervous system that no longer knows what peace feels like. You wake up one day realizing that you were not building a life. You were negotiating with a system. You were carrying someone else's cowardice. You were paying the emotional bill for dysfunction you did not create. You understand? This is why when people say red flags matter, right? Not as cute little warning signs for content. Real red fucking flags. They're exit signs before the walls close in, all right? Pay attention. Pay attention. And also pay attention to the man who explains danger after it harms you. Wow. Pay attention to the man who wants you to tolerate disrespect from people he would never allow you to disrespect. Pay attention to the man who becomes neutral only when you need him to have a spine. Pay attention to the man who keeps placing you in rooms you have to recover from afterward. Pay attention to the man who says he loves you in private but lets the system mishandle you in public. A real protector does not walk you into a hostile environment, then coach you on how to survive it. A real protector does not ask you to shrink so dysfunction can remain comfortable. A real protector does not need you wounded before he admits what he already knew. Some people are not leading you into commitment. They are recruiting you into captivity. The danger is not always loud and obvious. Sometimes it is quiet, covert, polished, family-oriented, spiritually dressed, socially approved, romantically packaged. A cage with candles on the table, right? Stop asking whether you are being too sensitive when every step deeper into someone's world costs you your peace, your body, your mind, your self-trust, your voice, your intuition, your future. Ask why love keeps requiring your surrender. Then move accordingly.
End of message.